time is going to move, yeah. And would you want to be the person who says, I had this idea but I never worked on it because I didn't have anything? We are the teabags of education, yeah. Back then I would have to go to the university library and then try to smuggle out a Ethernet cable. I don't even know.
University was that? I hope they are not watching. On today's episode, we are having Jacob Mwesigwa, the CEO of WAL-E Visual, who is changing education using virtual reality and augmented reality. Today, we are going to get into it more and learn how we can actually see these things that we are studying about in the education sector.
Our vision is therefore to create immersive experiences that elevate how education is delivered in our schools currently.
Welcome to the ICT podcast, where we are spilling the tea on Uganda's innovation. My name is Winfred Nankanja and I'm your host for today. Welcome to the show, Jacob. I'm very glad to have you here.
Thank you very much. I love tea. My favorite brand is actually Kericho Gold.
Shout out to Kericho Gold. If you'd like to sponsor this podcast,
no,
please.
Sponsored.
So, Jacob, let's get into it. Could
Yes.
you please introduce WAL-E Visual and tell us what was your vision behind this?
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for having us. We are extremely pleasurable to have this chance to share with the world what we're doing. And at WAL-E Visual, our mission is quite simple, really. To translate all the theoretical practices that we have in education into much more feasible hands-on sessions that students can have, professionals can have, so that we are driving towards an economically empowered entrepreneurial society where people actually have the skills to be employable or they can create their own jobs. So our vision is therefore to create immersive experiences that elevate how education is delivered in our schools currently, both from higher levels of education down to the lower levels of education. So practically, you might say that we are the teabags of education. Yeah.
Nice. So, what gaps did you identify in education and learning, and how is VR and AR helping to solve these gaps?
Yeah, so I would start with the gaps. The gaps are very defined. Yeah? Education is so beautiful that you can actually see where you need to correct. You can see where you need to improve, and that's where we approach our technology with the user first. Now, the gaps that we have are mostly because of the theoretical practices that we have, as I explained earlier. These actually limit how people interact with how they learn. Majority of the people, if they're trying to learn about a skeleton and they don't have the Candiva, they really can't really put a picture to it. And pictures speak more than 1,000 words, yeah, because actually a picture says more than 1,000 words. So what we are trying to do with at WAL-E is create an environment where education is as pleasurable as playing a game. Yeah, because people learn more by playing games than just passively reading. So translating the theory into a practical medium that people can understand and relate with is our very mission. And why do we use the technology that we use? People know us for virtual reality, where we encompass you in an entirely digital world with so many resources that you can use all over and over again, allowing you to fail as many times as possible before you go to the real world. We also have what we call augmented reality and mixed reality. Now, augmented reality is a technology that has been around for a while now. We use it in our everyday lives, actually. On Snapchat, when you have those filters popping out, that tongue coming out of your face, that's augmented reality. Now, we are reusing that technology to emphasize the practicality of education. We need to show the students the things that they're trying to learn. If they're trying to learn a human heart and they don't have a human heart on disposal, we simulate those experiences with the technology so that they actually have an interactive medium through which they can learn these things practically.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really amazing. So your solutions span from architecture to automotive, tourism. Could you please tell us one major project that you have worked on in any of the areas that I've mentioned? And I also wanted to know, how is it enhancing learning, design, and user engagement?
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic take actually. For all the items that we handle, you'll notice one common denominator, whether it is in architecture, engineering, tourism, education. You'd realize that the common denominator here is practicality. We are engaging in practical mediums where people need to be hands-on. They need to engage with materials that they don't have, and how we are engaging with this and the project that we can say that is outmost vibrant is our motorcycle and car manufacturing simulator that we built. We built this basing off the industry standards that are required in an industry, where you are training someone how to assemble a motorcycle from piece by piece whilst referencing a fully built model. So the student in this instance is looking at the real at a motorcycle that's already been built, and then going ahead to maneuver how to assemble the similar make, so that by the time they actually get to the factory, they are able to understand that, okay, in the simulator I was able to notice that this will require me to handle it in this manner. Yeah. So yeah, that's one project that we have worked on that is really pushing the dynamics on how we actually engage with the practicality in all the sectors that we do. A lot of architects are actually reaching out, wanting to simulate how the environments are built and how they can navigate the unbuilt environments in virtual reality. This benefit that comes up and the value that we're actually providing is, hey, before you actually go down to start constructing this road, this house, or even assembling this car, or even building this laboratory, see how practical it is. It's going to how beneficial is it going to be for your students? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, with immersive technology in Uganda still upcoming, what challenges are you facing in this sector?
Do we have any sponsors on this before I mention these challenges?
Just mention them.
You see how I don't get my. Anyways, the challenges that we are facing are honestly far from just infrastructure these days. I mean, Uganda has moved significant distances in making infrastructure. I would say that the number one limitation or challenge that we face is mindset. We still have a lot of individuals that aren't really on par with where the technology is going, the digital transformation is going, really, because it's not that they are afraid, but because maybe they don't fully appreciate how practical it's going to be, and unless they try it out for themselves, they'll always be like, it will be our zone, which is a thing that we hear a lot when we go pitching out to people about our services. They think that this technology is so foreign, it's not practical in Ugandan context. But I feel that it's only the mentality around being able to acknowledge something is going to happen, and their willingness to go forth with it, because with our pilot studies that we've carried out, we've actually showed proof that this technology is actually facilitating change, with partnerships from foreign agencies such as USAID and Enable, who are some of our biggest partners. We have shown and made proof of concepts that, you know what, the technology is here and it's actually helping vocational training students do much more than with their resources than they would have been able. So I would think, much as as Ugandans, the economy doesn't really favor startups that much. We still have significant challenges around the mentality of our local individuals on taking up services from our in-house service providers, to the point that sometimes you would showcase your work and they'll still go on with foreign service providers, which, I mean, it's a bit daunting, because you literally told them exactly what they told the other ones, and for some reason they thought the others would do it better, yet you actually showed them that that's what you do every day. Everything else in terms of infrastructure, I believe Uganda is really ahead. I cannot complain. Okay, maybe I can complain for the rural areas. We are not yet there. I'm not saying Uganda is perfect, but we have significant headway, and we have very many partners around giving us the chances and opportunities to actually innovate and develop.
Okay. So what kind of support, either government incentives, through partnerships, collaboration, private sector, would you require in order to reach your full potential as WAL-E Visuals? Because, man is not an island, so you would need some kind of support, partnership, not to reach your potential.
Yeah, I mean, personally, my view on partnerships is that you cannot do anything without partnerships. I mean, for example, we are developers. We are not really economists. So we, with partnerships that we take on with individuals that have had a significant experience in the way to run businesses, how to understand the economies of scale and how to scale things like that. All that is, oh my God, that is, I'm already suffering with trying to fight the ever coming AI signatures around. I mean, but the partnerships and resources that we would need are, first of all, the resources, again, I would say, are actually there. Yeah, I mean, we are in the innovation hub, which is giving us a lot of resources already. I mean, compute power, we have a space where we can interact with individuals. So it's no longer with some resources have been taken care of, but I feel that the best way to help us startups and WAL-E Visual, in a sense, is to take a chance on Ugandan developers. I mean, believe in your own startups in the country. Where you would pay thousands and millions of dollars to a foreign agency to do exactly what we, the local individuals, are saying that we can do. Take a chance with us. Yeah.
Yeah, so take a chance with the Ugandan developers. So now, Jacob, looking ahead, what are the plans for WAL-E Visuals? Any future stimulators? AI is here, so how are you going to partner?
Well, you are not ready for the future. Yeah, I believe that the upcoming things that are coming out are going to blow everyone away. Because the technology, there's never been a better time to be in technology than now. I mean, things are much accessible, and the roadmap for us is nothing but rinse and repeat. Figure out what worked best in our previous years and build on top of that. So the education simulators which worked the best for us, are coming out in full swing, and I cannot really say much because the projects are not yet public, but all I can say is that you are going to virtually be doing a lot of things. And with the assistance of AI that has come in, let's just say we don't want to be flying out of Kampala soon. Yeah.
Thank you. So when you say we're virtually, we're going to be doing a lot of things. So can there be someone who can I attend to my duties virtually, and there's someone who can sit in my position?
So you want me
on
to
my
give you an
desk?
example? Okay, I think that's the most simplest one that we can share is the mining in the mining sector, remote controlled vehicles. Yeah, so you're wirelessly operating vehicles in this location whilst the vehicle is thousands and kilometers away. Yeah, in Hoima. Yeah. And so that is our big one of the projects that we are taking on, where you are actually doing practical exercises and practical activities virtually in a safe environment and assisted by so many different other aspects built up from the communities that we are working in. Yeah.
Okay, that's really nice.
Thank you.
So now, lastly, what advice would you give to someone? Because I think you have a background in architecture. So what advice would you give to someone who'd want to venture into something like this? You have told us about your challenges and any opportunities that you have had. You've told us rinse and repeat. So what can you tell them? A word to our wise.
Well, personally, I would tell them once again, there is no better time to be in technology than now. We have by far the cheapest internet we've ever had. I was shocked that I could get unlimited internet these days. Back then, I would have to go to the university library and then try to smuggle out a Ethernet cable. I don't even know.
University was that? I hope they are not watching.
Which is what you see. This is why we don't mention names.
Okay.
Yeah, but these I don't even think that people these days are worried about internet cables. They are all everything is now wireless. Yeah, so there is no better time to dive into technology than now. So many of our partners are putting out free courses where you can learn different skills. You can actually nowadays you can actually use AI to make applications. As I would say that we are the old ones now who built things from scratch, who trying to figure out how to code and stuff like that. Nowadays AI can help you code, so it's much more easier for you to go jump onto the internet. Yeah, actually no, open your WhatsApp. There's Meta AI over there. Ask it, how do I make this app? It's going to give you all the steps that you're going to need. And so the result is this: whether you jump on board now, tomorrow, or the next time, time is going to move. Yeah. And would you want to be the person who says, I had this idea, but I never worked on it because I didn't have anything? Or would you want to be the person, I tried doing this, it failed, and I learned from that failure, and I'm going to make it different and better on my next try. So the bottom line is try. Don't be afraid. Failure is part of this journey. Yeah, if you are afraid of failing, you're already failing. Yeah, failing should be your friend, to the point that if you fail, you're like, I failed, let me work around this failure. Or your failure could have been the actual success point, because not all failures are actually failure points, but rather pickups for a new item to be made. So drop the fear, jump on, seek out as many people as you can work with as possible, because a lot of people out there are willing to help you. We are very willing to help you. And take a chance on yourself. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself, guys. Yeah. Don't just take chai.
All right, guys, try.
Yeah.
You'll never know what you can do unless you try.
Yeah.
All right, so Jacob, Thank you so much for joining us on
nange
this
neyanziza
episode.
neyanzige
We
naye
hope to see you
kyayitaliwa
again. The
kyayaliwa
try is coming. Yeah.
okay.
So guys, you can use your chat bot and your WhatsApp for something. Don't use it for relationship advice, as I've seen some of you on the internet doing. But yeah, you can use it to help you develop an application. Let's use that technology that we have at our hands. All right. So once again, thank you so much for joining us on the ICT podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, because innovation never sleeps, and neither do we.